A precise and efficient production line is the key to the success of any food company. It's a whole system consisting of a variety of components where all machines complement each other. The raw materials and then the products move through the production line via a special conveyor belt. In this case, the equipment is filled with raw materials for the production of bread. The ingredients include water, flour, salt, yeast, and more. During the preparation stages, the raw materials pass through an industrial mixer. This machine mixes large quantities of ingredients and also saturates the mixture with air bubbles. The material then passes through an extruder, which converts the dough into separate rounded pieces. But the dough cannot yet be put into the oven. It has to go through an important phase called proofing. That's why the product travels along an especially long conveyor belt. During this stage, the required fermentation process occurs, thanks to the activity of the yeast. Only after this step does the dough finally enter the oven and become bread. It will then be cooled, selected, and of course, packaged. Pastry. Just as there are lots of different cookies, cakes, buns, and other baked goods, there's also a variety of different specialized equipment to prepare them. Their operation has very clear purposes: minimize human labor, accelerate baking through automation, and consequently increase production and profits. Today we'll show you some of these machines. Let's start with the device that uses the liquid dough to create a product with the right shape. These are special extruders which squeeze the dough through a variety of nozzles. The equipment is smart, automated, and mobile, offering almost unlimited opportunities for cookie design. It can also be used to make meringue. The machine can be filled with a variety of ingredients. Here, for example, a layer of marzipan is laid, and here cream is placed on top of a product. The next equipment we'd like to show are ultrasonic knives. These guillotine knives are designed for the automatic cutting of products into slices of a certain size. The blade produces micro vibrations with a frequency of 20 to 40 kHz. Despite being imperceptible to the human ear, the vibration gives the knife unique and very useful properties. The device does not squash the product when cutting it, making the cuts with the utmost care, even if there's filling inside the product. In addition, the product doesn't stick to the blade. The blade remains stationary, only rotating around its axis. In this case, only the platform with the product moves. Donuts. The equipment you see on the screen is designed for the final stages of donut processing. It's basically a decoration line. The procedure is performed in two steps. Finished and baked products are placed at the beginning of the conveyor belt. First, they pass through an area where one part of the donut is covered with liquid glaze. Then the donuts are turned around so that the glazed side is on the top. The products are sprayed with sprinkles that stick to the glaze. It should be noted that unused material is immediately returned to the tank and can be used in the next batch. The final part of the dough decoration line is cooling, which makes the glaze harden. By the way, anything can be used as sprinkles, for example chopped nuts. Potato chips. Now we're going to show you the production process the potatoes go through to become Mike Sells chips. It all starts with the harvesting. This process is done with special machines. The potatoes are delivered to the factory in huge trucks. and from here the potatoes are immediately sent to the production hall or stored in the warehouse. The production of potato chips begins with cleaning the potatoes of dirt and dust. The potatoes are peeled in a bunker with rough walls. To obtain high-quality chips, employees check and cut particularly large potatoes in half. The automatic equipment cuts the potatoes into slices. The next step is washing the slices to remove excess starch. This is followed by drying. After this stage, the slices are processed in hot oil. Now they are tasty and crunchy, but the production is not yet finished. Special machines then sprinkle the product with spices. And the last stage is packaging. Apples. It is hard to imagine that even fruit goes through several industrial processes before ending up in supermarkets. Now you're going to find out what these processes are. It all starts with the boxes in which the apples come from the gardens. A special automated machine picks them up and turns them so that the fruit ends up on the conveyor belt. They're then immediately put into a tank to be washed. Modern equipment has a liquid recirculation system so that the water is consumed cost-effectively. From here, the apples reach the roller conveyor. Its role is to distribute the fruit, leaving a small distance between them. By the way, the same conveyor also serves as an inspection table where the worker takes out the damaged fruit. A special food detergent is sprayed on top of the fruit to remove harmful substances and dirt. Then you can watch the apples pass under a special dryer that removes excess moisture. During this thorough cleaning, the apples lose their natural protective layer. This affects its look and expiration date. To artificially restore the protective layer, a small amount of wax is sprayed on the apples. Once the apples are dried again, the last stage of production begins when a sticker is attached to each fruit. Some apples are packed in trays and boxes, while others are packed in bags and nets. Stop being lazy, it's time to use that brain of yours. Welcome to Brain Time. Incredible facts from the past, the present, and even the future. The power of nature and wild animals, amazing facts and unsolved mysteries. You'll find all this and much more here. Subscribe now, you won't regret it.